Welcome to Phrase by Phrase, where we are studying the Word of God one phrase at a time. And today we're looking at James chapter 4, second part of verse 4. Now, this is what it says: Do you not know that friendship with the world is hostility toward God? Now, that is, remember, he called them adulteresses last time, and now he's saying that they're friends with the world, and that's hostility. Why would being friends with the world be hostile action towards God? Well, the reason is because worldliness completely denies God or even the need for God. When you look at the basic systems of worldliness, it becomes clear. For example, humanism is one of those, which means that man is good in and of himself, and man has all the answers that he needs to life in and of himself, which is a complete denial of God. It's the temptation that was in the Garden of Eden when the serpent said to the woman that God's holding back from you, and if you want to ascend to your greatest development, you need to take matters into your own hand. Find the answers in your own initiative. You take the fruit and you eat it, because the only way that you are going to reach your fullest potential is to go around God, to do it without God. So that's humanism. Materialism is another major philosophy, and that says that the only thing that can truly be said to exist is matter. In other words, we came here by the process of evolution. We are not here by a creator. We are not here by a moral agent. There is no spiritual world. The only reality is what you can touch and taste and see. So make sure that you make the best of that, because that's all there is. That's another philosophy of the world that puts us in direct opposition to God. Relativism says there is no absolute truth. Your truth is yours, my truth is mine. Hedonism says pleasure is the only thing that matters, that we need to make sure that we get all the enjoyment out of this immediate life, because once we're dead, it's blank, it's done with. Pragmatism says that really results justify the means. It doesn't matter what you have to do to get there, as long as the result is good, then however you get there is fine. Secularism is a philosophy of life that just removes religion completely out and says that religion is harmful to people, and so don't get caught up in that superstition, but instead look to science and not to God. So all of those types of philosophies are worldliness, and those are all things that when the church is engaged in quarrels with one another, devouring one another, committing relational murder with one another, one of these philosophies is driving that, and they are being friendly with the world. And so James is saying, don't you know that friendship with the world is hostility toward God? And then he goes on to say, therefore, whoever wishes to be a friend of the world makes himself out to be an enemy of God. They may not think of themselves as God's enemy, but God thinks of them as his enemy. So that's something to think about in our own lives, and it's pretty serious stuff. I hope you'll come back again as we continue to study the Bible phrase by phrase.